Hi, thanks for watching. This video is about the construction of this outdoor shower. It's made up of composite plastic decking mounted on a wooden frame. The hot and cold water come from inside the house, and I'll put it all together and show you how it's done. The hot and cold supply I'm taking from underneath the bath in a downstairs bathroom. You can just see the isolation valve there, fortunately, which makes life a little easier. I'm going to replace those elbows with T's, tee off hot and cold underneath the bath and out of that wall there where the waste pipe goes. I've put the two T's on the water supply. This is the other side of the wall. You can see where the waste pipe comes out. So my plan is to drill a couple of holes there and there. So it'll come out the wall, have isolating valve there. And then the pipe work can come up the wall to the valve. Because I'm running a pipe through the wall, what I've done is chop down some 22mm plastic pipe and use that as an outer, and then run the 15mm hot and cold through separate tubes. I'm taping up the end of the pipe so that when I push it through, I don't get any debris, don't get any brick dust, don't get any bits of polystyrene. I'm going to go inside under the bath and pull the pipe through. Okay, so there's the holes that we've drilled. There's the end of the pipe. It's just getting obstructed. So I've taken the plastic off the end of the pipe that I pushed through the wall. Of course, what I didn't do that would have made life easier if I'd done it outside rather than inside is put the little plastic seal in the end. So that's got to go in there, like so. Apologies that I couldn't film it. We know it's in. And tighten that so there's no gap there. Gap there is fine. No gap there. So there we are. We're all plumbed in under the bath. Hot and cold supply now has T's in it down to the elbow, and the two pipes running under the bath and out through the outside wall. This is what I'm doing for the outlet. So I've shortened the plastic pipe, elbow to an isolation valve so I can turn the water supply off. I put a drain valve in there, and then this is going to go up to feed the shower, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side so that I can isolate both hot and cold. So in the winter, turn it off, drain it down, all safe. And just a reminder, because I forgot to do it on that side, so I've got to undo that one. Put in one of these inserts. I use the ones without the seals for this because I'm going to use a compression joint on there, so it has to be an insert for that. These two pieces here are going to be uprights of the frame that's going to take the composite decking. So what I'm doing is putting 4 cross members. So I'm taking a notch out of the end of each of these, marked where this one's to go. I've clamped them together so that I can just do one cut and do 2 pieces of wood at the same time. And then I'll measure up the framework, screw that together, fix that to the wall, and then I can start putting on the decking. cut the notches in the two uprights. I'm now ready to do the cross members. There's the frame. What I want to do is just check that it's square without measuring the diagonals. If the diagonals are equal, then I know it is a true rectangle. It's 220mm. 220mm. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Frame's fixed to the wall. Now I'm going to do the plumbing for the valve before I board it. And it started to rain. Put an extra elbow and a bit of pipe on here because something I've got to do before I connect it to the thermostat is flush out both the hot and the cold. So here we are. Pleased to report no leaks. Bit of gunge, solder, mostly flux came out of there, so that would have gone into the thermostat, hence the need to flush it out. I've got to do the same on the cold now. Put an upright, there's my centre line, put it slightly to the left because my shower rail is going to be going off centre so that the shower head is in the centre, so I've put that there to be able to fix the shower rail to it. Put the second piece of decking on, cut the hole round. That's going to be covered by the chrome plate. So now what I've got to do is finish putting on the decking. The stainless steel fixings you can see through, just see through the gap there. Those are going to go on each of the cross beams to fix the decking in place. As I've been doing this, I'm looking at it and realise that the pipe work and the battens are going to be visible through the gaps between the boards. Now it's not the end of the world, but I want to make this look as good as I can, so I'm going to put some black sheet behind the boards to hide everything that's underneath. Well, I've got to own up to this one. Screw that goes in there, one went in there. There's a copper pipe, there's water on the floor. Guess what happened? Straight through the middle. I couldn't have done that if I'd tried. This time I'm going to use a very short screw. These are the stainless steel clips that hold the decking together. Each side of the decking board has a rebate, and the board pushes into there, so you've just got that narrow gap in between that you can C. Well, that's the riser rail. Just finishing tightening this off. I've got a nice long 2-metre hose, so there's plenty of slack to be able to wash children when they want. 2 rubber washers, one for this end, and then the other end, that's the one with the conical shape fitting. Again, rubber washer, that fits in that shoe there and onto this shower head. Back plate just slides on over the 2 chrome collars. This knob then pushes onto the spindle. Inside there's a screw, what I call a grub screw. Gets tightened up with the Allen key onto the spindle, and then into the top of there goes this chrome button. On the lower control, you'll see there's 2 marks. In the instructions it says red marks, actually they're white. Those are lined up, and then this stop ring goes on. That position so that it's vertical. And this is the chrome knob that goes on top. This is slightly different to the chrome knob that went on the upper on-off valve. That's on and off. This one is for temperature. So you can see there's a pin there. It moves up and down when you press the button, and the idea is that that pin goes up against there, so you can't have the water too hot unless you press the pin down, and you can keep on turning it towards the hot side. So it really is just a setting there. It sits there. Maximum temperature they say is 38 degrees. If you want it hotter than that, you press the button down and twist it further, but generally that's the maximum temperature, and then round to cold. So that stop ring is just allowing it to swivel through 180 degrees. It's secured by a grub screw that you tighten with an Allen key. I'm going to remove that chrome cap and put the Allen key in, tighten it up, fix that in position. Here it is, the finished shower. Hot and cold, temperature. Sliding rail. Works an absolute treat. I'm really pleased with it.